Hey everyone, how's it going? Pixels here, and in today's video we are doing a Bill beginner build. Now, not a lot of thought went into this, and there's a reason why. Bill probably has some of the best two survivor perks in the game already on him. Of course, with my usual beginner builds, I do only use perks that you can already obtain in the Blood Web without leveling up any other survivors as well. So that's pretty cool, and these perks are going to work in great chemistry together. But yeah, let's begin, and let's just start off with the first perk. Of course, is Kindred, and you know, self-explanatory. I've used this in my previous beginner builds. Kindred is awesome. Gives you so much information on how to coordinate a save with your team, especially playing solo survivor. It also gives your teammates information to coordinate a safe rescue on yourself as well if you're put on the hook too. And you know, it kind of help you avoid the killer in certain situations as well, because you can see the killer's aura when being placed on the hook. While a teammate is placed on the hook, and you know, you're going over to the save, and you can see if the killer's moving in a certain direction and how to avoid them and how to get the unhook. So yeah, it is a really good perk, and you know, I highly recommend that you throw this in this build because it will work in great chemistry with Borrowed Time. And Borrowed Time will give the person you rescue a endurance status effect for 15 seconds as long as you're in the killer's terror radius. So what that means is they can basically take a free hit and get away safely, hopefully, and all they have to do is mend themselves. And this perk will work against most killers, and the only certain situations it won't work is against like Freddy if you're in his dream state. Or against Ghostface, who's went into stalk mode and he's hasn't got a terror radius. So basically, as long as you've got the heartbeat, you should be good to use this perk to get a safe rescue and to make sure you aren't farming a teammate. Moving on is another Bill perk, which I think is really amazing, is Unbreakable, and Unbreakable will give you an increased recovery speed by 35%. So if you're being slugged on the floor, you can get up a lot faster. You can actually get up fully by yourself once per trial. So what makes this perk so great is when you're being slugged or your team's being slugged, you do have the faster recovery speed, which can be really handy if you're being slugged. Means your teammates can come over and get you up off the floor. And again, like I said, you can get yourself up at least once, so make sure you use that wisely. Don't get up in the killer's face. Sometimes it's better to just recover at 99% and then let a teammate get you up. If you see a teammate on the way already, just do that. Save your Unbreakable for maybe later on in the trial if it is needed. So yeah, it is a really good perk, and I threw it on this build because I thought it would help beginners out. I imagine a lot of killers maybe slug at the early ranks. So what slugging means basically is, you know, being left on the ground is what the term is. If you're new to the game, maybe you haven't heard that term before. So yeah, if you're being left on the ground, Unbreakable will be very handy for you. And again, it's another great perk. You should be leveling Bill up as one of your first survivors. And I'm just throwing that out there for anyone who's looking to level up a certain survivor and you haven't got Bill leveled up yet. I don't know what you're doing. You need to get him leveled up. You need to get these two teachables right here. And last but not least, Plunderers. Plunderers will give us a new item out of the chest. It is going to be a decent item as well. You get a considerably better chance at finding an item of higher rarity equipping this perk, and you also get the aura of the perks. Aura of the chest, sorry. The amount of purple keys I've gotten from using this perk is insane, and the amount of times that's come in clutch for me to get the hatch at the end of the trial is, you know, second to none. It's really good. I did have a debate between adding this into the build and Spine Chill, and the reason I didn't add Spine Chill is because I don't want beginners using Spine Chill that much. I know it can be an effective perk to avoiding the killer, but honestly, you're never going to get better at the game if you just keep avoiding the killer so much, and you're going to kind of restrain yourself from getting better by using that perk. I use Spine Chill only for certain situations, like, you know, cleansing totems, because there is a current meta out there that can be a bit pain in the ass to get to counter, so Spine Chill kind of helps out with that. And the only reason I'd use it is because of that situation right there. A lot of people tend to use it to avoid the killer. If the killer's approaching them off the gen, you will maybe get off the generator. And you really want to avoid doing that because, you know, that's just, it's going to hinder your gameplay more than it's going to make you better. So, but yeah, Plunder's Instinct is probably one of my actually most favorite survivor perks in the game. A lot of people don't realize that, but I do run it quite a lot. Even though I do have a lot of items on my characters, Plunderers kind of going in there without an item and equipping a nice offering like a shiny coin or, you know, a tarnished coin can be very helpful because you can. It is going to be helpful to use multiple items in the trial at once rather than, you know, just relying on that one item you've took in and then carrying around an empty item the entire time. Also, what this does is if you drop an item, you do get a white outline to see where that item is, which can be very helpful too. Alright, that was my beginner build video for Bill. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it very informative. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you found this informative and helpful, please hit that like button. I do try my best at these beginner build videos. Hit that sub button as well if you'd like to see more upcoming build videos. And if you are new to the channel, I do stream this game Monday to Thursday right here on this YouTube channel. So be sure to stick around for that if you are interested to get some on-point tips or something like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Pixels, you've been my awesome viewers, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.